So you're thinking about moving to Bellevue, Washington and wondering what the pros and cons are. So today I'm going to talk about that and I will put the cons first, then the pros, and I'll put the obvious one at the end because maybe it's obvious for me, but not so much for you. So let's get started. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ade Juano and I'm a local realtor here in Bellevue. So if you're thinking about buying, just let me know. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first con. So the first con, we have more homeless. Maybe not necessarily a homeless, they're more like beggars. They're just holding a sign asking for money, help, food, that kind of stuff. Last year, maybe we see them like one or two for the whole Bellevue. This year, maybe you'll see them on the big intersection, four or five of them for the whole Bellevue. It's really not that bad, especially if you compare to Seattle. Seattle, they really have homeless problem. Here in Bellevue, we don't have that. The next con is people here are bougie. If you're bougie, you look cool, acting bougie, that's totally cool with me. But when you're eating out and when you order, you're like, I only eat certified organic vegetables. Can I have my beef non-GMO, grass-fed organic beef? I'm on gluten-free. I'm keto diet. I have a million allergies. Um, my background is in restaurant, so if I hear that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh my god, just cook at home, don't go out. um, if you really have to go out and be bougie, then at least you have to tip them well, okay? The next con is when it's fall season. Right now it's summer, so it's nice and clean. But when it's fall season, all the leaves, all the pine needle makes Bellevue dirty. And the city, they don't really good with keeping up with cleaning with the road and the streets. So that's not a con. Same thing with your car. Most likely your house gonna have some kind of tree or pine tree, and that pine needles, they have a million of them. You just keep everything dirty, including your car. The next con is there's a lot of new construction going on everywhere in Bellevue, not just in downtown Bellevue. In downtown Bellevue, it gets even worse because they're building buildings from 7 stories to 41 stories. But in general, in Bellevue, it's just a lot of construction going on, which that means traffic can get really bad locally. Rock chips and flat tire. Rock chips and flat tire is me. Since I drive around a lot, I'm regular fixing my tire at Discount Tire, or I'm also regular fixing my windshield for rock chips. So if you need help with that, let me know, because I have a friend that can hook you up. The next con is public transport. We're not as good as Seattle with buses. But luckily, we gonna have light rail that's gonna be done summer 2023. So next summer, hopefully that light rail will be done. It will make public transport easier, at least from Redmond, Bellevue, and Seattle. But as of right now, we only have buses and they don't go as often as like Seattle city buses. It's just a little bit slower. You can still go everywhere. It just maybe will take you a longer time. So most people here, they're gonna have at least one car so they can really go around, not just in Bellevue. If you just want to be in Bellevue, then buses is good. And the obvious one, houses is expensive here. Ta-da! Surprise! Our median single family house right now is around 1.8 million, and median condos it's around 700,000. This one again depends on where you're coming from, right? If you're from Florida, you go to Bellevue, you're gonna be like, median house price 1.8 million? What? But if you from New York, California, we're somewhere up there, but house prices is expensive. Can you still find a house in Bellevue around a million? Of course. Can you still find a townhouse, a condo around 600? Of course, or 400? Yeah. Um, but median house price is expensive. This is the same with living cost. Everything here in Bellevue it's above national average, so we're technically paying higher price for a living cost too. The next one is the weather. The weather it's kind of like in a gray area because some people think it's a con, some people think it's a pro. For me, it's a pro. So with the weather, they're like, hey, don't move to Bellevue. They rain for 365 days. That's not true. We're not even in the top 10 for the rainiest city in the US. Maybe we get rain, yeah. Summertime this year is weird. We got rain for summertime, but I hope we're not gonna get rain anymore for summer. Maybe we get 150 days of rain in a year, but we don't get rain every single day. And when it's nice, it's super nice. It's 80. Last year, the hottest that we get is 100. I don't know about this year since the climate been going crazy, right? But in general, weather for me is a pro. For some people, they're like, hey, it's drizzle every day. Not true. Make me depressed. I don't know about that because I don't get depressed. And then yeah, with the weather, it's in the gray area. So I don't think it's pros or cons. So now let's talk about the pros. Because I have another YouTube that emailed me, hey, can you talk about the cons first? Because I know everything about the pros. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll make the cons first, then the pros, just for you, Mike. The pros, number one, it's tech hub. We're really big on technology, as you know. We have Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook. They're big. All other big companies too is like T-Mobile, Packard, Expedia is big, OfferUp, Smartsheet. We have a lot of big companies here in Bellevue, and if you're in technology industry, then you want to move to Bellevue because they pay really well. Yeah. Another pro is no state income tax. So if you're moving from big city like New York or California, when you move here, no state income tax, you kind of get a little bit raise. We still have sales income tax though. It's about 10.1%. But with no state income tax, for some people, it can be a big pro. The next pro is school. School district here, Bellevue School District, it's ranked number 2 out of 252 schools in Washington based on niche.com. So with that, ranked number 2 out of the whole Washington, that's pretty sweet, right? Because if you're working in tech, if you're working for Amazon or Microsoft or T-Mobile, and then you have kids, then Bellevue can really be a perfect place for you. The other pros is we have a lot of things to do, like a lot, especially outdoor activities. Because if you don't like outdoor, then you just stay home, watch Netflix, right? Anyway, Bellevue is right in the middle. You have Lake Washington and also Lake Sammamish. So if you have a boat, you like water stuff, skiing in the water, or maybe paddle boarding or swimming, right? We have the water. If you like biking, trail, hiking, we have a ton of it. I think we have over 100 parks and trails just in Bellevue. If you want to go ski, don't worry. We have Snoqualmie Pass. They have 3 ski areas and they're about 48 miles. And if you get bored with Snoqualmie Pass, you can just ski at Stevens Pass. It's about 75 miles away. It's really not that bad. You can go to Crystal Mountain or you can go to Mount Rainier. Talking about Mount Rainier, if you live in Bellevue, there's a spot, many spots in Bellevue that you can see Mount Rainier. And if your house is up the hill, if your view is Mount Rainier every day when it's not cloudy, then they'll be so peaceful. It'll be like really nice. Somerset is one of them. It's kind of like up the hill. Newcastle also one of the neighborhood that it's really nice that you can get Mount Rainier view every single day, and they're really pretty. Another pros is a great lifestyle. Everything that you need is right in Bellevue. You really don't have to go anywhere else. Um, if you like shopping, we have Bellevue Square, Bellevue Mall, Lincoln Square, and also the Brio. The Brio is more like high-end shopping. So everything from regular mall to luxury shopping, we have it here in Bellevue. Restaurants, we have so many local mom and pop shop, farm to table, sea to table, organic stuff, maybe not that bougie, but the local mom and pop shop restaurant, it's really awesome. If you go to downtown Bellevue, it just pretty much in walking distance stop. You can walk everywhere and eat everything, or you can go to Crossroads. They have also a spot that you can just walk around and eat at every single restaurant. They're all local, they're all fresh, and you can find from American steak, a lot of great steak houses here in Bellevue. Japanese seafood restaurant were awesome here. Um, Everything, anything. You really don't have to leave Bellevue. You can just live here, send your kids to school here, and work here in Bellevue without going to anywhere else besides if you want to go ski or something, right? Another pro is Bellevue considered safe. Can you get your Amazon package stolen? Yeah. Can you get your car get break-in? Yeah. I leave my car so many times I really forgot to lock it, and I park it on the street, and it's safe. So technically Bellevue, it's a really safe area. Can you have a bad luck? Of course. Just and common sense, right? You don't want to leave your laptop on the dashboard while you're not locking your car and you're walking away. Yeah, it will get stolen, but use common sense. Overall, low crime rate. Bellevue, it's pretty safe city. Bellevue, it's pretty clean city. The street is clean besides for fall, just because all the leaves and all the trees, because we're so green. So green can be good, can be bad. When it's bad, you get allergy like me. Spring and fall is my enemy if I forgot to take my allergy medicine. But where you go, pretty much you can stop even on the highway just to take pictures because it's really pretty. Another pros is there's no tent here in Bellevue for the homeless, because like I said, they're more like beggars than homeless. So we're not like Seattle. I'm sorry, but Seattle, you can see tents. Here in Bellevue, there's no way. You're not gonna see tents, or you're not gonna see beat up RVs with creepy looking guy coming out asking you money here in Bellevue. So lifestyle, it's great. Shopping, food, clean, safe, great schools. There's a lot of things to love about Bellevue. And of course, there's some cons, but the cons, it's very minimal, I think, because every city will have some cons too. You're not gonna be in a city that's 100% perfect, right? There's gonna be pros and cons, but for me, myself, there's a lot more pros than cons. That's why I've been here since 2005, and I'm just gonna call this home and die here also in Bellevue. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And then I'm a local realtor here, so if you need help with buying, just give me a call. And can you watch this one's next? This one, I'm talking about Crossroads. So anything that you want to know about Crossroads, watch this one. Okay, thank you again. See you next week.